Hey guys, Gio in the Philippines here, currently in Bacolod, and today I'm giving you a full monthly cost breakdown of what it's like living here in a condo in the city of Smiles. If you're an expat thinking about relocating here or even just staying long-term in the Philippines, this will give you a realistic idea of a monthly budget. So let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, so something new that I'm going to start doing is I'm going to put cost in Australian, Euro, UK, Canadian, US dollar, pesos, everything. So you guys don't have to worry about converting or anything. I'll just put it all up on the side there at the current exchange rate at the time of this video. Of course, just realize that the exchange rate can go up and down, so the prices can vary, okay? Now, this is going to be for the month of March. March was an interesting month because I did have some travel, but I still kept my electric going, of course. I had my refrigerator going. I had fans going, so I was circulating air. You know, I wanted to make sure everything was still going. I didn't want it to be like stale air when I got back, so I had everything kind of circulating. So I'm currently staying in a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, wraparound balcony here in Bacolod with some great amenities. And it is fully furnished. However, I did bring in my own sofa and my own big TV. They had one provided. I just preferred mine, so I had them move it out, and I brought mine in. And it does include all the amenities like the pool. It's got a small little gym, and it's got a game room, and it's got 24/7 security, which I really like. Not only do you have the security, but you need a key card to enter any of the floors. If you don't live on that floor, you can't even access, even if you're a resident here in the building. So I really like that a lot. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. I just I put out an ad. I said I'm looking for, I need at least a 1-bedroom in between this price range. I put it in Facebook Marketplace. I always find it's better that way. Then you'll get a lot of offers, and then I just ended up going through an agent, and she found me the place, so I was quite happy when I found it. Utilities, water, electric, internet are all extra. And the cost of rent that I currently pay is 30,000 pesos. Now, this is something in the future I hope to change, especially with maybe a move to different parts of Southeast Asia. I'm hoping to cut that maybe even in half, enabling me to have a less expensive home base and the ability to travel around more freely. And a lot of places that I've looked at in different places like Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, they do include Wi-Fi, which is fantastic. Now, with that, I do pay for a parking space. I did not want my motorbike just sitting out in the elements, and I pay 5,000 for that. Luckily, I did find somebody to share the space with me, so I pay 2,500 now for my parking space because it is a full space that's really designed for a car, so plenty of room for extra motorbikes. Now, utilities, the first month I paid around 4,000 pesos, but this last month I paid 3,648 pesos for electric for the month of March. And then water was 300 pesos. And then internet was 2,599. Now that's for the best internet that I could get, which is around 300 up, 300 down. And it seems to suffice for everything I need for streaming and all of that. By the way, this video is brought to you by Holafly. Now, Holafly is an eSIM that you can activate prior to arriving in the Philippines or anywhere for that matter, wherever you travel. In fact, I used it for Malaysia and I used it for Kenya, Africa. It took 5 minutes to set up, and I activated it while I was waiting on the plane. And when I landed in Malaysia, boom, I had internet immediately. I had unlimited data. I didn't have to worry about finding a kiosk to get a SIM card set up. I just walked through the airport, was able to call my Grab, and boom, I was off and going to my hotel. Same thing in Africa, unlimited data. I used it for Google Maps. I used it all over the place. Whenever there wasn't Wi-Fi around, I didn't have to worry about it. I had Holafly, unlimited data, and again, you can set up for packages for certain countries or even a whole continent. So check out the link in the description and also the pinned comment. highly recommend it. It is my new go-to for traveling. I no longer look for a SIM card. I don't need to deal with the frustration of wasting a bunch of time trying to set it up and getting the SIM put into my phone. I'm set up before I've even landed, and it only takes a few minutes. So check it out today. Optional, I do have a VPN, which I highly recommend. There's a link down in the description. And I just paid for the whole year for that. But then I have Netflix, which is about 599 pesos. And that's plenty for me to watch TV. And then I usually use like Tubi for a lot of free movies and TV shows, and it has a ton of stuff on there. But you need a VPN again to run Tubi. So food and groceries, I eat out a few times a week, mostly some local places and some Western as well. But usually I find myself cooking at home quite a bit, and my costs for eating at home are really quite low. So my monthly food budget for what I spent for the month of March, and this is pretty typical for every month, is about 15,000 pesos. That was for all my groceries at home. Eating out, I spent about 6,000 pesos. That's going out for coffees. That's going out for maybe a milk tea, going out for a hamburger every once in a while, meeting a friend out for a pizza or whatever. Honestly, I try not to eat that type of food too often. I really try to stay healthy. I've been doing a lot of tuna wraps. I do a lot of like slow cooker type recipes in my crock pot. I just try to keep it healthy. I try to do mostly home cooked meals that will last several days. Local eats are going to be very inexpensive. You can find some really good chicken places here. Like there's a place called the Chicken House that has really good roasted chicken, and it will come with like a rice. And I think I spent like 250 pesos. Actually, I think the last time I ate there, I spent maybe 175 pesos, and that was just with service water, rice, and chicken leg. As far as any favorite restaurants or stores in Bacolod, you got Landers, you got S&R, but for the most part, the great thing about this condo is it is connected to Robinson's Mall. I simply walk over through the skywalk into the mall, and I've got the Robinson's grocery store. I got Watson's Pharmacy, you got KFC, Pizza Hut, different little restaurants, a bakery, and shops, and a hardware store. So you almost don't have to hardly go anywhere, to be honest. Now, transportation, I own my own scooter. It's been paid off for a long time now. I bought it way back in, I think, oh crap, I can't even remember, 2021, 2020, around there. And I usually use a combination of my scooter. So fuel for my scooter, I probably spend 200 pesos, 300 pesos a month on fuel. Maintenance is extremely low. I get the oil change about every 3 months. That's really about it. Transportation, if I'm just going up and down the street on shopping malls and local restaurants and stuff that are on the main street, which is Lacson Street, I spend 15 pesos one way, 15 pesos back. So I'll probably only spend about 200 pesos a month on local transportation. That's one thing I really love about Bacolod. In fact, Rike was here visiting, and I showed him the little local aircon buses, and he absolutely loved it as well. It's just a fantastic feature you don't find in a lot of cities here in the Philippines, but Bacolod has it. Now, some miscellaneous and extra fees. Of course, now I have my visa fees. I pay about 3,000 pesos about every 2 months or so, maybe 4,000 pesos. And that's for my visa extensions. Now, I will be ducking out about every 3 months or so, so I don't really have to deal with exit clearances and things like that. Gym membership, again, this place does have a small little gym. It does not suffice for me. For the average person, maybe they could just do, some dumbbells and then get on the treadmill, and it probably would be enough for them. For me, I'm a little more into it. I've gotten much more into it, and so I have Anytime Fitness. It's a little more pricey than what you pay for the average gym in the Philippines. A lot of people will say, gee, you're way overpaying for the gym. But Anytime Fitness is costing me 2,450 pesos. The beauty about it is, for example, when I was in Malaysia, there was an Anytime Fitness. Just my key fob got me in and I could work out, no problem. When I go back home to the US at the end of May here, there's an Anytime Fitness. I can just go right in with my key fob. Anywhere there's an Anytime Fitness, I'm good to go. You can also pause your membership for up to 3 months, so with no payments. And so that's fantastic. So again, where I end up in the future, if there's not Anytime Fitness around, then of course I can just cancel it. Laundry service, I have my own washing machine. I bought a clothes rack. I just dry my clothes with the oscillating fan, and they're usually dry within about an hour or two. Shopping, I do Amazon once every couple months. I'll buy things that I just can't seem to find here, and it's just easier to order one free shopping on Amazon. When I say free, I mean free shipping. Anything over 49 US dollars gets free shipping on most selected items. You'll see it listed on Amazon when it's over 49. You have to put in your Philippines address for that to generate. And you don't want to go over 200 because then you'll get import fees. So what you can do is one order, maybe at 175, submit, and then do another order, and so on and so forth. Travel or weekend getaways, usually it's just my fuel. I have 2 small trips planned. I'm going to go to Bago on Friday. I'm going to check out this, I guess, beautiful park in the evening time. Maybe we can see if we can talk to some people, some locals while we're there. And also, I'm going to go over to San Carlos. I'll probably spend 1 night there, maybe 2 nights. I don't know, probably 1 night, and just check it out, see how things are over in San Carlos. Total monthly breakdown, I'm going to put it on the screen, what my total amount is. So again, here's what my total monthly living expenses in Bacolod look like. So we got the rent, the utilities, food, transportation, miscellaneous, and of course we got the total here. So overall, for me, living in Bacolod is affordable, laid back, and great for expats who want city life without the chaos of Manila or Cebu. And if you found this helpful, guys, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on the notifications for more real-life cost breakdowns and expat tips. And check out my website, geointhephilippines.com, for more resources on living in the Philippines, including my recommended condos, gear, and much more. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see everyone on the next video. Ciao.